I was vibing with that.
I know. What happened?
There we go.
We'll
I
keep
just
it.
screw something up right out the gate.
You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee Podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike any.
Yeah.
All right.
We're live.
I
There
know.
we go.
Good job, Steph. Yeah, we're welcome to the Texas Tennessee Podcast. This is Steph's first time in training. I'm somewhat. It's gonna be a little bit more co-pilot this episode. Yeah, we're here and we're gonna interview Mr. Cole Greenwalt.
How y'all
Welcome
doing?
in, sir.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for asking me to do this. It's really cool.
Yeah, I remember a couple of my buddies that I asked to be the guinea pig at the at the very beginning too. So
Yeah, you are my guinea pig, Cole.
I'm happy to be the guinea
Full
pig.
transparency here.
exactly. Well, first we'll ask Cole, Lynn, if somebody were to ask who the hell is Cole Greenwalt, who are you?
Well, I'm Cole Greenwalt, and I come from Muhlenberg County, Kentucky. There's a lot of music history there. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but yeah, I grew up there. I grew up in a small town, Kentucky, like 4,000 people. It's called Greenville. This is the town I'm from, and I was always on and off playing guitar. My dad had a band called the Code Names back then with my uncle and my godfather, and so I kind of grew up following them around to different little small towns in Kentucky, playing their shows. And they had it was like a rock Americana band. They sung about goblins and ghosts and Frankenstein and mummies and all this stuff. So, and then towards the end they were getting more into actual songs about their childhood and stuff. But that's kind of how I started getting into music. And then I kind of on and off played the guitar. I quit playing for a long time. And then in college, I met a couple guys, one named Jared and Farley, and one named Jimmy Walters, and they kind of got me into playing guitar again. And ever since then, I've been playing it because I had the major I was doing was stressing me out, and it was kind of an escape from that. Was writing songs, and then I moved to Nashville with a job doing engineering, and at nighttime I'm a songwriter and an artist. I'm trying to flip those roles.
I completely understand. What happened on your end, Steph?
You know what?
Oh,
This would
hey,
be my initiation right here.
at least at least you
A
can
wrong
hear everything,
intro,
right?
and we lost my green screen. So now here
I
we
think the
are.
green looks great, though. You know.
It's just
Well,
green.
thanks.
It
It's
really is a green screen now.
yeah. Here we are
Okay.
living our best lives.
But at least you
Well,
can
Cole,
hear us still, right? So
I know, right?
we're good. Yeah, yeah.
We're
Baby,
musicians. We just need to hear.
little victories, as Chris Knight says.
Good thing I didn't have anything embarrassing back here.
The draws hanging up and whatever. I mean, it wouldn't be. I mean, we probably have more embarrassing things on this podcast. So, I mean, I have called. Yeah. Anyway, I went to a festival in East Tennessee where there's a lot of bearded guys. And I called when I met an artist, I called him by the wrong name.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Where
so
are
that was
the guys? Where is
that was
this?
nice.
Who'd
Oh,
you
that
call,
was that
dude?
exactly. That was in Whitleyville, Tennessee, at North Springs Music Festival. There, Steph. So yeah, noted. Okay, and they were all nice and had jobs too. So
Oh
I
wow.
don't know. All right, Cole. Just to keep tradition, our co-host Steve always asks the pie question, right? And it's disappointing because it's not real pie; it's a musical pie,
Yeah.
and it's divided up into four sections. All right, so we got songwriting, performance, studio, and then the business, the socials, and everything else that that most people don't care to do one way or the other. But which of those things is home for you?
It's a tough one. I was thinking about how, like, I'd seen you ask other people this question. I figured you would ask me. So I was like, where is my home? I'm not sure. So I guess when I first started out, the home was at the songwriting. And I think I'm better. I'm like I think I'm good lyricist and really at home with songwriting in the beginning. But here lately, I think I've kind of found a home in like the social media and the business side of stuff. Kind of, um, I think I'm doing pretty good at my social media game, and um, I think that that's a key that some people can't find sometimes, and it's a hard one to do. So it's I hate it just as much as anybody else does, but I feel like it's something we have to do now. And I think well, even the guys back in the day, I think they would be doing it because they were hanging the flyers and they were putting the billboards up. It's the new billboard, it's the new flyer. So I think my home's in that, and I want to help other people like figure out how to do that.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't want to do it.
I mean, we've talked to, and that answer kind of goes all over the place, and it doesn't really. Like we've had younger guests on, and you would think the socials and stuff would be like right up their alley. And a lot of them still are like, I'm just not good at it, or I'm not consistent, or whatever the case would be. So there is no really rhyme or reason of why some people can, grab that or whatever and run with it. But
I've never met anyone. Have either of you ever talked to anybody that it's their favorite? I think a lot of people do it and they get good at it, but I've never heard anyone say I love it.
I
I
met a
love
few people that I was surprised to say that they actually loved the business side and everything, but it was because they were already in that world before they
Yeah.
got into the
I
music
love the
world.
business side, but social media is not it's
I
a
got you.
it's a learned behavior.
I do like it when one goes good. It's like you can feel that dopamine hit. I guess is what it is, but
Yeah.
it's just you made a good video that resonates with people is what I think when you get a lot of views or you get a lot of
Mhm.
likes.
Yeah, Cole.
I know I freaked out when I had a video blow up on TikTok. I
Hmm.
like posted it like that night at probably like 3 a.m. being up too late like always, and then my friend Brian he was like, "Hey, did you see your video? It's got a lot of views." I was like, "Well, how many?" And he was like, "It's got like 50K." And I was like, "What?" And that was the reason I put out my second song, more like 32, is because those
Hmm.
videos blew up like that.
Oh, to
So
your
that was
hat,
like
Cole.
I
I
was
should have
like,
worn mine.
but I didn't get anything like a million or anything like that. Maybe one day. And yeah, that's what's on my hat here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
My friend Greg drew that,
Okay.
um,
And
and
you
we
got
used it as the cover.
you launched that song and it took off pretty good. That was your first single out, wasn't it?
It was like, well, it was the second one. Yeah,
The
the first one
second
that
one.
first one that we
The
actually
first one
like
didn't do too bad either.
promoted pretty well. Yeah,
Hmm.
first one didn't do terrible. Well, it did until it was doing pretty bad until the other two took off.
Yeah. But
Um,
that's
it,
one of your flexes though, Cole, is your numbers. You've done like such a good job at that. At
Yes.
promoting your songs.
do you
You really
feel
have like bridged the gap.
do you feel pressure in like when you have those, say, like if your numbers hit something or whatever on socials, do you feel like more pressure that whatever you release has got to, um, like if you're because if you're like most of us or whatever, and 10 people are seeing it, you're like, oh, whatever, but when when you start getting some traction or whatever, do you feel like that whatever you release has got to raises the standard a little,
Are you talking about like as a song or like
like
as just a
quality
video?
wise?
But do you mean like for songs or videos or both?
Songs. You're
Songs.
yeah, you're the main core of who you are or whatever, what they're
Yeah.
gonna hear long term.
Well, I actually don't. I don't feel the pressure.
That's
I mean,
good,
I did
really.
at first for a while. Like when I put more like 32 out, I did feel pressure to like I have to top it. I have to get the alcoholic song to beat it, and we did. But now I'm like looking at all these people who are kind of like really more successful than I am. I think of Waylon Wyatt, and I'm like, that guy is playing his guitar, and I'm pretty sure like I love his songs. Don't get me wrong. Pretty sure he's not tuning the guitar, and he goes into the studio and just plays it with acoustic, and then puts it out there. And like so, I think that people are looking for uh, that authenticity thing, that raw kind of like emotion and stuff. So these next few songs I'm going to do, I'm putting out another full production, and then after that, I'm doing some acoustic songs. So I'm not feeling the pressure, but I am worried to like step back and like maybe not get as many views or streams, but I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it.
Is that more vulnerable to put out something that's not as oh
Not as polished.
yeah did it keep going? Okay. Yeah, is it more vulnerable to put out something that's not as covered up or not as polished?
I think so. I think when we do these acoustic ones, there's not going to be much of anything covering up any of the mistakes I make as a player or as a singer. So I think it is a little bit more vulnerable. I think it is what people want because there's like all this Suno stuff's coming out. And I think everybody's going left. Everybody's going left, but we're going right. So like I'm like everybody's talking about let's do demos in Suno, let's pitch with Suno demos, and I'm like let's just record it on our phone. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like the AI stuff. I can see how it could be a tool, but I can also see how it could ruin like creativity and music, and you can get people who, you know, shouldn't be. I don't know. It takes a special type of person to be an artist of any kind, and like this is kind of letting people who aren't really artists be artists in a way. I don't know.
Mhm.
I
Nobody
just
in particular I could think of, but I could see in the future like you get the right computer programmer and he could become he could make an artist
I guess
out of
he's still
AI.
got to be creative or he can't come up
Yeah.
with the whatever, but
Well, you can put it
he
in.
doesn't know what to type in if he's not creative, but still.
That's true.
But yeah, I already made one Chris Knight reference, but another, for me, like my one of my favorite Chris Knight albums are the trailer tapes of his, and it really is just a guitar and stripped down versions of his, of he's got two albums of trailer tapes, one and two of just broke down versions of other songs that I love too, but there's nothing better really for me to put on that album and hear those songs the way that they may have been recorded, in the bedroom or whatever. So,
Yeah, my dad's he's watching this not live right now.
hmm
He's been telling
Just
me
in the
this for like
comments,
2 or 3
Cole.
years. He's been like, "You got to put out these acoustic songs. Like, what are you doing? Why are you spending all this money? Just put out acoustic songs." And then now I'm turning around and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, Dad." He's like, "I told you, I told you." And Chris Knight's like one of his favorite guys too. We used to
yeah,
listen to those trailer tapes all the time. I don't know which one it was, but it's the one with "It Ain't Easy Being Me" and "Enough Rope." Those two songs. Those are some of my favorite songs from him.
one more thing, and Steph, you take it. I guess one good thing about releasing songs either way is if you release a studio, polished version, you can always release the other one too. Like there's
Yeah.
really no what's the
And vice versa.
who's telling
Yeah.
you can't.
No, nobody except your own self, I guess.
hmm
Mhm.
Like unless you some signed to some kind of deal that tells you what to do. I guess that could be one case.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I try.
Well, heck yeah, Cole. I'm so excited you're here. Cole and I have met probably what, 3 years ago, 2, 3 years ago now?
I think it might have been longer. I don't know. I feel like it was
Might-
21, 22.
Maybe. Yeah,
When did
we
you
were
get to town?
babes. But I knew, yeah, I was doing some booking there in Nashville, and Cole I booked him at a few of those rounds, and we were like, Cole is good. Cole's a great writer from the gate,
209?
and he's still working full time. He's dabbling on the side. So Cole, how do you balance that of, when did that line come of when you just started pursuing songwriting and shows more seriously? Because that's been only in the past few years really that where that's started to super shift for you. and you've got songs out now where, like, where was that line where you're like, you know what? I'm sending it.
Yeah, well, where's the line? So how do I balance it?
Is it still?
I'll be real with you. I'm not very good at balancing it. I'm not very good at it. I'm waking up with no sleep, or I'm late sometimes. I try my best though, and I've gotten better and better at it every time. But there's been a few, like I've lost a job because of it, because I'm not good at balancing
I
it.
recall that. I do recall.
Yeah, so um, I'm not the best at balancing it, but I have gotten better. But the turning point when I decided that this is something I think I can do, man, I think it might have been I performed a show. I opened for CJ Sparks and Joe Hudson. There are two other acts from my hometown. We did like this show on the square, and I'm a better singer and player right now, but like I can't think of a performance that was better than that performance that night when I had like the whole hometown watching on the square, and I just I killed it, and everybody came up and was like, "You're so good," da, 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 da. And I think at that moment I was like, okay, this might be something I can actually do. And then putting those songs out was just more reinforcement.
Yeah.
Being able to figure out how to promote stuff, maybe not making money, but at least getting it out there to people. That's when I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yeah, I think that's the story of an artist in general, of just like where the money starts happening, we're not really sure, but we're out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also, Cole, I think that's a big thing why people love you so much and why you've drawn such it's not even quick attention. I feel like every overnight success is a 10-year career underneath it, and I think you're the same way, where your social media has kind of popped off and you've had you've done a really good job of connecting to people who connect to you through a screen, which is not that easy to do. It's not an easy thing. But I think you're just so authentic and yourself that you just find your people so easily, and have a way to connect. And your songs obviously have done such a great job. Like Alcoholic is such a great, it's just such a good song. And you said one more studio song coming out. Do you have a
Yeah.
time frame on that?
As what is it?
Do you have a time frame on it, or like any idea when they might be releasing?
I got this. I got a plan to put it out like the weekend before Key West Festival.
Oh, perfect.
We're gonna shoot all the promo at Key West Festival.
Perfect.
So it's gonna be crazy.
The
But,
Songwriter
songs-
Festival or Key West Fest? There's different.
The Songwriter Festival.
Oh, perfect. I think I'm gonna
Okay.
go to that one. I think
Sweet.
you guys. Soul
what-
Gravy, Texas to Tennessee is going to Key West Fest. Isn't that right?
We're going to Mile Zero.
Oh,
yeah.
Mile Zero.
Yep. Yeah, coming up. I think it's the 26th through the February 1st. I think is
Yeah.
the dates on that. So
Okay.
yeah, my first time. So I'm looking. I'm like excitedly overwhelmed in like the best way possible. So
I'm excited to go. I'm not excited to drive there, but I'm excited to go.
Yeah.
like until the podcast started going, like I didn't go anywhere, So just the fact of like 2 years or whatever, going to a couple festivals in Tennessee, and then a Fort Worth trip, and now the Mile Zero, like it's unfamiliar territory for me, but I'm not complaining at all. It's in a great way. So you were talking about the as far as your social media and everything. One thing that I try to point out to artists that struggle with being consistent or kind of not really wanting to deal with it, but I'm like, could you imagine if whoever your favorite artist would have been, in high school, if they would have if you could have saw 30 seconds into their life, every couple days or whatever, you would have been eating that shit up. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so I mean, to me, that's one way to look at that. And then also, what Steph said, as far as building your tribe, your people, and that's cool that it's your music that's popping off, which is not always easy to do. So and I say, I know popping off, that's all over the place, but
Yeah,
but
it's
still,
real.
when people are when people are finding your stuff and they might go forwards to find your new stuff or backwards to find your old stuff. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling.
Definitely is. I'm really happy. I really just got. I just really just got lucky. Really, I mean, just got lucky that what I was saying was resonating with people, especially with the more like 32. People told me, some people, even my roommate was like, that chorus is goofy. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it, so I just put it out, and
You're
and
like,
then when I put that
I'm
video out,
goofy, sucker.
yeah, me too. I'm a goofy guy. Like
That's
that's the thing. Like she's saying, like I'm able to connect with people with who I am. I'm like, so for so long I was like, I don't want to be the goofy guy. I'm like, I gotta be the cool dude, and like you just gotta forget about that and just like you really literally just gotta be who you are and not try to fake it. And that's what's really gonna connect with people.
It's like you doing you the best possible.
Isn't
Yeah,
that hard
Is the
to do
only way
though?
to win at any of it. It's the only way to get
definitely.
anywhere.
That's hard to. I mean, it was for me even in this, even just playing redneck bars and online or whatever. It was hard to be comfortable with just letting it fly, whatever the hell, let's throw it against the wall, whatever, the good stuff will sort itself out or whatever. You'll find your people, and even just playing covers on TikTok or whatever, I've found my friends. The people. Y'all probably all know that a lot of times people from your family circle or your friends and family, they don't really get what's going on with you. Sometimes finding people online that don't even know you, um, get what you're doing, what you're picking up, what you're laying down more than people you went to
Yeah,
high school with or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
yeah, for sure. The hardest thing I've never been able to get any of my cousins or anything to come out of my shows or anything. But then you got like that one kid, the one dude that was in high school who come out to like every show, and it's like, or from college, so who come out to every show. It's like, I guess that's kind of like your family too.
Mm-hmm.
You never know who that'll be. It just kind of sorts itself out somehow.
Yeah.
But one thing I was going to ask, and I want to ask before I forget, because I almost did. When you were talking about, you were trying to play around. One, I want to back up a little bit and ask when you got to Nashville and all that. And why you made that trip. But when you started, I'm assuming you were trying to play around town at different things, and then, but when you had some numbers behind you, was it a little easier to get gigs or anything? A lot of people we have on, they want those Spotify follows and all those different things because they're building a resume. They're building their quick sheet. And did it seem to get a little easier for you to have something go? Well, look.
It was way easier to. I think it was easier to get a band together and do
Okay,
like band shows. I think it made it that. I think what made getting shows around here easier was kind of putting in the time and doing the open mics for a while,
meeting
and
people.
then and then I started playing it like played a few rounds at the Commodore Grill, and then eventually I think I was playing for a while, and I really didn't have any business being on stage, but eventually I figured out how to sing and play better, and I think when people saw that and they saw the improvement, and then I had stuck to it, they appreciated that and asked me to play. And then on the other thing I think was my Instagram followers. Like I think there was like a couple rounds in town I'm thinking of right now that would like, I hit them up every now and then. Can I play? Please let me play. Please let me play. Please let me. And then eventually they just ask you because they see that you got these connections, and then you got
Even though
the
you got the
you know
same songs.
yeah, and you're better. You
That's
can't
crazy.
you can't sound like I was sounding when I was first on stage and expect to go play everywhere. You know, but yeah, it was also it's also the follower stuff. I think it's like your resume is Instagram here. It's your resume in a way.
It, it's weird how that works, but
It doesn't have to be like you don't even have to be like posting a lot. You just have to be like, oh, you know this guy? Okay. Like if you know them, then you're cool.
oh yeah, I
It's
know
like,
everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what was I mean, for one, folks that are watching this, Steph's been on the pod too, so y'all go back and make sure you watch her episode to get her backstory.
Okay.
But what like why did you? What was your reason for making the move to Nashville and getting in that world? I know a lot of people move for all different kinds of reasons or whatever the case. Was it more on the writing side or what? What did you have in
Well,
mind?
when I moved here, so like it was in the middle of COVID. I got my first like engineering job
Okay,
offered to me, and my boss was like, "You could go to Louisville, Kentucky, or you can go to Nashville, Tennessee."
I
And
got
I
you.
was not gonna go to Nashville. I was gonna move to Louisville. And I was like, he's like, you've been writing songs and stuff. Like, don't you want to go to Nashville? I was like, well, I'm not really ready to go yet. I don't really think maybe I should go to Louisville and then think about it and go. And he's like, you might as well just go now, dude. And I was like, okay. So I thank Phil for that every day. Phil Bush, shout out to Phil Bush if he's ever watching this, but he was my boss at a place called Siemens. And he told me like, why don't you just go to Nashville now? Just do it. And I was like, okay. If that's, I was like, that's kind of like, I felt like that was like, in a way, God being like, go to Nashville, dude. What are you doing?
Were you
So that's
doing
how I ended up.
were you doing the cover gigs and stuff at home before you made that move?
I really was just writing in my room before I moved here. And
O-
like I
Okay.
said, I did not know how to play guitar. I didn't know how to sing before I got here. I showed up and I'd written like 2 songs. And then
And
I
then,
stayed in my bedroom for 2 years during the pandemic and kind of like learned how to write a song. Give a lot of credit to my uncle and then my dad. Like they were the first people to ever write with me, and they'll have some of the best songs I've written with people or with them too.
very
So
cool. And then you
yeah,
met Steph McGuire, and here we
and I
are.
met Steph McGuire.
It was me. The
I
turning
swear we
point.
met at the Taco Bell cantina
Oh, that's totally possible. I lived
with
there.
Bear Lamb and Caleb Kelly
Oh,
and
yep. That
Presley
checks out.
Free.
Presley. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
That's right.
Are you talking about the? I mean, I'm familiar. So, are you talking about the Taco Bell that has a stage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I remember seeing Steph play live
Yeah, I had a
there on her.
residency there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
before that, I think we were just there getting to, I think I was visiting town to move to Nashville.
yeah, I think
Presley was
so.
my friend. Another great songwriter, Presley Free. He was my friend, and we stopped at the Taco Bell, and then he ran into, I think he knew Bear, or somebody knew somebody. I don't know. We all,
Caleb knew Bear and Presley. I think
who
that's what it
knows?
was.
That's a perfect example of a Nashville story right there.
Yep.
To meet at the Taco Bell, which
Yeah,
is, I mean, I wish our
perfect.
Taco Bell had a stage. That'd be interesting.
It's a good time, isn't it, Cole? It's a good time down
It's great. It's awesome.
I'm just happy when they get my order right at the one in my town, man. They
there.
they
Yeah,
don't.
I like it when they put the tequila in my Baja Blast downtown. That's my favorite part.
Mine doesn't even have the lights on at night outside in the parking lot, so they got that going for us. So, which
Yeah.
might be a good place to start a stage. Dark parking lot. We'll see what happens.
Hey,
Roll up with a stage trailer
I've
stage.
seen weirder things not only in Nashville but anywhere. There's
I've
I've
got
been wanting to play at Denny's ever since I saw that video of that hardcore band in Denny's.
oh yeah. I played at a couple Hooters along the way. I didn't know that
Really?
was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What's
they're
cool?
they're
Are you looking to do more touring or anything this year, Cole? Maybe you'll find your fair share of Hooters and
I would like to. My
random Red Robins along the way.
my goal is to do like a run of 3 shows every 6 weeks. Like as I put a song out, do like a 3 run thing. But I just I do want to play more. I do want to tour more. I'm not. I'm kind of wanting to do like solo acoustic, and then play band stuff here in Nashville. Because it's way easier to just put your guitar in the car
Yeah.
than it is to get a whole band out somewhere. So I kind of want to figure out what it would feel like to tour by myself more, because I've done like these one-off shows or two-off shows, but I've never done like a full run. So I think I need to do that, figure that out myself first, and then kind
Yeah.
of set it up for a band to go with me.
Perfect. Well, if anyone's listening wants to hire Cole Greenwalt Acoustic, spread the word if you want to
We'll
see him
talk
at your
about the
favorite
band
dive.
stuff too. I mean, yeah, we'll do. If they really want a band, we'll figure it out.
How do
I
you
believe in Nicole.
go about that? Either that's I guess for either one of you, like in your situation at this point in time, like how do you go about piecing some stretches together? I mean, because I don't want to say it's easy to play around town because it's probably still difficult to get your foot indoors in places, but then you can work and play, and then you got to figure out how to make all of those logistics work plus the connections and stuff. But kind of where's a starting point?
You got to figure out a one place that'll book you, and then you build it around that, I guess.
Hmm.
And then Stephanie knows more about that stuff than me. I'm still trying to learn it, but you got to build your network on the road, like you got to build the one here in Nashville, or
Hmm.
if you're in Lexington music scene, or if you're in the Austin music scene, you got to build that on the road network too. And she's set up a big one, so it might be even easier for her to like set up something like that. And then compared to me, I got a cold call or cold email or cold DM people, be like, hey, I do music too, man. What's up?
Check out
Put me on.
Get the
my
network
sexy
though.
Instagram video.
You just annoy
Yeah,
people until someone lets you in and takes a chance
yeah,
on you, and then you've got the experience from that show, and hopefully some videos, some new friends, and people on the road are the first ones. Like people that come to shows and like to see live music are the first ones to tell you, you know where you should play, this place that you'd be great here, and you just start to make friends along the way, and it all blossoms after that.
yeah.
Have you played? I'm sure you've played gigs where the majority of what you're asked to do is covers and stuff. But have you played very many gigs where it's about your songs, about your writing? Any of those, like
I
listening
played.
rooms or writers' rounds, or
I played. I mean, I played mostly writers rounds. Like I played writers rounds more than anything on the road. Most of the gigs I've gotten are like kind of just like, hey, here's the deal. This is what we're gonna pay you. Do whatever you want. So that's what I do. I do whatever I want. I just play. I play mix of covers and originals. I try to focus on the originals mostly because, um, I think I think anybody can play cover, but I think it's a special thing to write your own stuff.
yeah, that's sort
And
of
you
And,
the
have
I,
to.
and I've never really been interested in just like sitting down and learning the solo to Freebird or anything. Like I got people that already did that. Like they could do the solo, but I want to make something new and then something that's something that is me,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to share that with people. But I mean, I'm a sucker for Sweet Home Alabama and all that stuff too. So like I love the covers, but I think the most important thing for me is getting my original music out there.
um, well, Cole's gonna play us a song coming up in a little bit. But what uh, when you're playing those writers rounds or any situation where you get to play your songs and somebody reacts to it. I know you probably had it like online, but in person, have you had any of those moments where you play one of your songs, maybe that means something to you or whatever, and then actually had somebody react or we can all, like I said, like you mentioned earlier about playing the covers, we all can play a drunken shitty version of Neon Moon, but
Yeah,
and they love it no matter how good it was, right? But when you put your own song out there and yourself out there, then that's a whole nother different uh
yeah. There's one song I wrote with a guy named Dash Pause and another guy named Collins Horton. It's called Visiting Hours, and it's the only song I played that's like made people cry, like a whole room of people. And I think like that was the coolest thing that's ever happened for me. Even though I don't want people crying, but I think it's kind of cool that it was powerful enough to make those people cry and feel that way about it's a song about losing someone, and burying them and stuff like that. And I'm glad that I think a sad song when you're sad it's kind of a medicine in a way. And it's like you're not alone in this feeling, like this has happened to somebody too, and they felt that they needed to write a song about it. So when I feel upset, I'm listening to sad songs.
Yeah,
listen to
that's a great
sad songs
song
about
too.
all the time.
Yeah, well, pretty much me too.
Well, they were listening too.
That's
That's
true.
that's
Yeah.
that's the big thing. Um,
Yeah. And Cole runs a ride around downtown in Nashville too. So he's been working hard. How long has it been up and running officially now, Cole?
We've been doing it since September of 25, and yeah, so we just did one last night actually. With the it's at the Greenlight Bar every second Sunday. We might have to move this February because I think the second Sunday is the Super Bowl this month. But
Cole ain't got nothing on you guys.
Super
well,
Bowl
you know,
Duplo.
they might actually bring more people out. You never know. But yeah, it's every second Sunday at the Greenlight Bar, and they got free parking, so you don't have to pay for parking, and the drinks are reasonably priced. They're not like $15 for a beer, So
Hmm.
I think it's my favorite bar in town, and we've been doing that for a while, and we've been getting a lot of attention from it on social media too, because me and Max Nishida run that round, and he's a great photographer and videographer, and my roommate. So we work together on
He's
it.
looking at you
And
right now. Blink twice if you need us to save you. Is he there right now?
no,
Standing up.
He's not holding a gun to my head. He's upstairs. I think he's watching it actually.
Oh
But
yay.
but yeah, we've been doing great with that. It's actually that social media is like getting more attention than mine right now, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, we gotta start posting on mine more too.
I'm
Yeah,
the
what's
pretty I'm the pretty one.
But the round, the best thing about that is to. So I think a lot of people, a lot of rounds that are ran are not. They're kind of like I love everybody that does a round. They're doing something. They're giving back to the community. But what I wanted to do was really like actually promote it like it's a super important show every time. So that's why I decided to do it like once a month, so I could put the effort into it and like be able to promote it a lot and like make the artist feel more special. I write a bio about all of them, or I have them send me their bio and a picture. I make a spotlight for them all, and then we try to, get really good pictures and videos of them, and post those as well, and like make reels where we're like, come on out, this is what's going on, da da da, Greenlight Bar. So like, I think my favorite thing about running the round is what I'm getting to here is that I can really see that people do appreciate what we're doing, and I'm trying to give back to the community that's given me so much.
Yeah. Neon Outpost, everybody, if you want to go troll and give some support to the round that Cole had a hand in raising over there. Neon Outpost on all platforms, right? Is that just the handle?
Well,
Neon
yeah,
Outpost.
it's Neon Outpost Nash on Instagram.
Neon Outpost Nash.
We haven't got the other one set up yet, but we will.
You
We'll
heard
have
it here
the
first, guys.
When you're saying give it back to the community, are you meaning the artist? Or
Yeah,
what are you?
giving back
Okay.
to them, and then giving the fan like giving the fans a chance to come see somebody too. But mostly trying to make it like just a fun time for the people who are playing. And then like we had a guy who did his Nashville tour stop play the last one, and he was just like, I was so glad to play around where I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to run it myself this time. So like I want to do more of like the hosts of other rounds, because the most hosts of a round there most of the time they are also artists. So it's like it's good to get them out there and like let them play their songs somewhere where they don't have to do all the work. And
Mm,
just giving back. It's like an event, like it's a networking event. It's
that's what I was gonna
just like
say.
a party. It's like a party.
Hmm.
I could see where that would be great for networking with artists that are playing and just people that stop by.
Yeah, yeah. You never know who'll come by.
Hmm.
That's
Some
cool.
people think there's like stories of people getting discovered at rounds. I don't know how much that happens anymore, but
It
you never
happens.
know. It could still happen.
Definitely
Mm.
happens. Do
Well,
you have a song you want to play for us, Cole?
Yeah, I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna do,
Oh,
but
eeny meeny, they're all good.
I think I know. I think I know.
Steph, we can try to hit the mute button on our channels after he gets rolling. If you don't mind, whichever one you decide, if you give a little backstory on it. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Just gotta find the
I love it, Cole. You are so relatable.
pick over here.
This is I'm
This is course.
So, what's your favorite thing about Steph McGuire?
I know. Can we bring this back to
Oh,
me? I don't know.
We haven't talked about Steph in at least 11 minutes. So,
she's just so nice. She's just so nice to me.
I'm pretty nice. You deserve it.
I gotta find the capo here. Somebody stole my capo. It was right here.
Which one are you gonna do, Cole? You have so many bangers. I think I think if I could say one thing about Cole Greenwalt as not
Yes.
only just a great artist, but as a good friend of mine, I think the thing that's so good about Cole and so like kind of captivating is that he really doesn't miss on the songwriting. He is always writing. He's always writing great songs. And so he's got a few out on social media that you can find and listen to more. But the songs that Cole has in his pockets are very good.
You're
Like
talking about too
and
much.
you've written,
you're a great writer. Every time
you,
he's like, "Oh, I wrote one more," it's like, how is that one also amazing? Like how he don't miss. He
you've written
don't
with him
miss.
too, right?
Yeah, Cole and I have written a few songs together. We just wrote one like maybe a month ago. It's probably one of my favorite songs I've written now at this point.
That
It's,
one about the Matrix.
yeah, the one about the Matrix. Yeah, that one. I like that one.
You played that one on Steph McGuire's TikTok live today. I heard
I
that one, I
did.
believe.
I shamelessly plugged myself and also you, Cole,
Really?
this time. Yeah, I did.
She was like, I wrote this song and another guy named Cole.
This other guy, his name escapes
Some other
me
guy.
right now.
Thank you for the same story.
One of those Nashville guys.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry about this.
How do you like? Well, I mean,
This is epic, Cole.
I
This
know
is epic. You're
that's
so on
okay.
brand.
I mean, there's probably well, no. The thing about it is like every musician can understand exactly what he's going through right now,
Exactly.
trying to find
Somebody,
This is what I'm
the
saying.
somebody
capo.
borrowed my guitar last night, and I think they
So
might have put my
relatable.
capo.
Yeah, the capo gremlin strikes everybody. So,
They disappear into thin air sometimes, I swear.
well, how for both of y'all, like, how do you um I mean, is it kind of the same as like trying to date or whatever as far as finding people to write with? Do you just have to go, you meet people like at the Taco Bell or whatever and then just ask? I mean,
It is almost like
Yeah.
dating.
is it that
You
simple?
you
I
can
mean,
ask.
I know it doesn't always go the way it's supposed to go and it's not always, just like dating, but still, I mean, is it that simple? You just ask and see where it goes from there?
Yeah, and you do, and you got people that say no to you too, just like
Mhm.
dating.
Exactly like dating. All right. Uh,
But
well, that's
this
good to know.
song, I guess this song I did, I wrote it with a guy in Kinsley Wood, and it's probably about an ex-girlfriend of mine. It really is what it's about, or maybe all the ex-girlfriends in one song. But this is about like a back and forth, like toxic relationship. It's called Kentucky Blue. Believe it or not, there's not many songs called Kentucky Blue for some reason. Broken bluegrass records play in our small town's little cafe. Blue moon shining on, telling me that you are gone. No common ground on plans we've made. Trust issues in a border state. You must think I got a five-stone heart, 'cause every time you leave I play my part, that I'm not broke down. And I've got a hunch that you gon' come back. I guess we'll strike one more match. Same old story, like I ain't got a clue. Baby, we leave me Kentucky blue. Yeah, we leave me Kentucky blue. The good times only last so long. Then you decide there's something wrong. Don't talk to me or tell me why. You grow tired and say goodbye, and grass ain't green up in these hills. Since I've grown a need for love that kills. You must think I got a limestone heart, 'cause every time you leave I play my part, that I'm not broke down. And I got a hunch that you gon' come back. I guess we'll strike one more match. Same story, like I ain't got a clue. Baby, we leave me Kentucky blue. Yeah, we leave me Kentucky blue. Maybe you will stay away long enough to kill the flame, and I can start thinking straight. Move on to a better day. You must think I got a limestone heart, 'cause every time you leave I play my part, that I'm not broke down. And I've got a hunch that you gon' come back. I guess we'll strike one more match. Same old story, like I ain't got a clue. Baby, we leave me Kentucky blue. Yeah, we leave me Kentucky blue. Oh, we leave me Kentucky blue. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Get
Good
it,
stuff.
Cole.
Thank you.
So the chat wanted to know when Louisville Red was coming out. when you were gonna write Louisville Red.
Never.
Never. Okay,
Never.
so
I'm
we
a
know.
Cats fan until I die.
Oh, well, as a University of Memphis fan, I couldn't stand John Calipari for a long time, and
University
then
of what?
University of Memphis.
Oh, okay.
John Calipari came from Memphis to Kentucky, and then towards the end of his reign at Kentucky, they started not to like him also. So I was like, "Yay, welcome, welcome to my side."
And now he's in Arkansas, and we really don't like him now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He didn't like the way he was, having a great team and then not winning at all, but then dislike him even more when he leaves. So
Yeah, I felt like he was just. This is. I mean, I don't know much about basketball, but this is what my friends that do know about basketball said. He was like a pipeline to the NBA. That was about it.
That's true. That's true. Kentucky guards always made the NBA. That's true. A lot of
Yep.
Memphis ones. So, but there's Alabama football that kind of did the same thing too. So
That's true. That's true.
anyway,
They were doing that. They were doing the paid stuff. I think before it was
before
a
it
thing.
was before it was cool.
Yeah, before it was cool.
They were NIL before NIL was so cool to do. So we had another message that said, pretty sure they saw you at a writers round at the green light. So
Okay.
that's cool.
Cool.
To
So,
actually
hey, come see
see
me again.
that. Steph, is there anything else that you kind of want to ask about or whatever before?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a floor space, Cole. If you have any shows coming up, we know we talked about you'll be at the Key West Songwriters Festival here. That's in May, I believe, right? Beginning of May.
Yeah. Don't have anything booked yet. We're working on it. But I'm
And
just going to be there hanging out. So if you want to come
all
hang,
right, well, you'll come hang out with
come
Cole
hang out with me.
in Key West if you're
Yeah,
down there.
sounds awful.
You can catch him every once a month over there at Greenlight Bar. Kind of what's nice
Mhm.
about that spot too is you can piggyback there's another great venue pretty much across the street where a lot of other great Americana artists of all genres, but it's a great place for folks. So you can kind of double down sometimes. There's been times when I've been able to catch a show across the street and then catch yours or vice versa because they're
What's
right
that
next to
place?
each other.
Which one are you
The,
talking about?
isn't that the basement?
Oh yeah, the basement. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. So I've seen like Taylor Honeycutt and Cass was playing at Cole's thing, and so Cole was there
Mm.
too. So Cole and Cass were across the street, and then we went across the street to catch Taylor Honeycutt
Yeah.
place. That was pretty nice. So you can catch you there once a month at the Greenlight Bar.
Yep.
Anything else we should know about, or do you want to talk about? You got a couple releases, some acoustic stuff to look forward to.
Yeah. So
Can we cover our bases?
pretty much. Yeah. I'll give the shows a shout out. If I can remember them all. Wednesday, I'm playing at the Get Up. It's another writers round in
Nice.
town. They're great people over there,
Great
Jesse
people.
Savio and Allison. And that's going to be at the Rusty Nail. I think I'm playing at 8, but it starts at 6, so come at 6. And then for band shows, I think I have a show. Well, I have a solo acoustic show. I'm going with my friends Riley Lemons and Weathered Hope. We're going to Kansas City on the 20th of February. They're going to play a show there. I'm going to run merch for them. And then the next day, we're going to go to Blue Springs, Missouri. I'm going to open for them, acoustic. And then, yeah, it's going to be a good night there. So if you're in Kansas City area on the 20th or 21st of February, come out and see us there. And then on March 21st, I'm playing with those same people at the Cobra.
Nice.
So come on after that. If you're in Nashville, the Cobra, we're in East Nashville. We're doing the same thing. I'm opening for them, but we're all going to be full band there. It's me and
I love
Riley
you, full
Lemons and
band,
Weathered
Cole.
Hope. And I like it too. I like it. It's a completely different vibe, a completely different energy when you're playing with a full band. I can make a lot more mistakes. You know?
What's the band's name? Or you just still go
I'm going. I
under
mean, I'm still going under Cole Greenwalt, but like, basically, I'm trying to figure out if I want to go by Cole Greenwalt in the 408 Hayes, which is like an address I used to live at, but it was going to be Haze, or if it's going to be Cole Greenwalt and Brother Country. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. They wanted to do brother. They were saying the band wants to do Brother Country because it's like they're like you're too Americana for
Oh,
Bro
they said
Country, but you're too
Weathered
Bro Country for Americana. I was like, okay,
Weathered. It's Riley, right? And
yeah, Riley Lemons and I forgot her and the something. I forgot what it is though. Sorry,
oh,
Riley.
it's her band name. So it's Riley Lemons and her band.
Yeah, Riley Lemons and her band, but the band is just Weathered Hope, which is Will McMahon and his band. So they're playing for her
Weathered Hope.
too.
Someone
Yeah,
was in the
Weathered
comments
Hope.
asking.
Yeah, and then let's see if I got anything else.
Check your calendar over there, Cole.
Well, the calendar's on the phone that I'm using here to talk to y'all. Can I like scroll up? Or
I'm
look?
kidding.
No, so
I
I'm a
love
professional, damn it.
I
and
know.
then I got the songs coming out. The first one comes out like it'll be the weekend before April 30th. It'll be that weekend before April 30th when the Ski Rest Songwriter Festival coming out. And then after that, every 6 weeks after that, we're coming out with a song until like December. And
Nice.
Okay.
so we're gonna have 7. I'm trying to get 7 songs out this year and kind of keep up the momentum of the first one with like the other releases and see what happens. And then
Have you-
other than that, that's all the stuff I know of. Yeah, Neon Outpost every second Sunday except maybe February. And then
You're
Go
talking
ahead.
about releasing those songs every 6 weeks or whatever. Have you had anybody that you've kind of bounced those ideas off of, as far as
yeah,
I know nobody knows all the right answers to any of this stuff, but you gotta have a plan and for something. So
yeah. So I bounced ideas off a lot of people, and but the person I bounced ideas off of the most is my roommate Max and Sheeta. I mean, he came out. He's done more research than me and stuff, so he kind of knows a lot of stuff. And he's part of the. He's one of the main reasons that Alcoholic was so successful. Is he did a lot of research. I've done my own research too, but he's done a lot more than me. But yeah, that's who I bounce all the ideas off of with, and he's doing something similar. I think he's doing every 4 or 5 weeks though with his releases, and we working on all of it together. He bought a camera, and I got I bought some recording equipment. I've done we've been buying stuff for this and like kind of doing our own, making our own record label with the two of us in a way, and kind of figuring out what other people that are doing it are saying. And the 6 weeks kind of comes from it might even be outdated, but it comes from like Spotify's algorithm likes that for some reason. Every 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think I'm not up on any of it, but I think it's just staying active so that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't put
That
one song
sucks.
out a year like I was doing.
Oh, that sucks though. I hate that where we listen to our music even has an algorithm. I mean, I guess it's good because in some way, shape, or form, honestly, I don't even know how you find necessarily new people on Spotify. I find them other places, and it leads me to Spotify. But I guess if I'm listening to Steph, and then if I play one of your songs, I would assume it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I would assume whenever Steph's jukebox runs out, it could send me to Cole's,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
just
I think
which is great to find people no matter how you find them. So
yeah. I find a lot of stuff on YouTube. That's where I find a lot of my music is YouTube. Like seeing those videos of people playing it and acoustically, and then go to Spotify. But I think TikTok is where a lot of people are finding it right now, and all those reels and stuff. So that's like
mm.
where I spend some of the money I do when I promote it is on those stuff on that stuff. But we could go
uh,
in a whole nother podcast about all that.
I know. We could talk for years on that.
um, so a lot of the people that we've talked to that do the Nashville thing or the Broadway thing, I mean, Steph's kind of been in the middle of that and stuff. But yeah, from an outsider anyway, sometimes it seems like it can be very competitive. As far as once you get your spot, you got to hang on to that spot because there's not that many of certain spots, anyways. But then we're talking to you, and apparently then there's this whole other community that's not fighting for those. I mean, I know they're higher paying places that everybody would like to have that money, but still there's um, it is nice to hear that there's because everything we hear from most guests is like this Texas, Oklahoma, whatever community, and once you're out there working and you kind of are proving it and not trying to shortcut anything, writing the songs, pounding the pavement, whatever, and people start building a community and start meeting your people, and it's great to hear that can happen there as well. And I guess I'm not surprised because there's so many people.
Yeah.
But still, it's still nice to know that there's so many people that support each other too, because it's not easy. So
Yeah, you can definitely find that, and you can do that here for sure. There's definitely also there is
the other,
competitiveness, especially in the Broadway thing. I'd say probably more so because like once you get one of those spots, you got to hold on to it, like you said, because that's like a lot of people doing that. That's their full time job, so they got to make the money to pay the bills. So I get that, and but in the songwriting world, it's a little bit less competitive, but there's definitely that's still there, and like people will they people will help you and people will watch out, they're your friends and stuff, but there are people they're still like everybody's still trying to win. Like but sometimes you win together, and like I think like it's just like with Morgan whatever. I don't know how people feel that will listen to your podcast about Morgan Wallen and Hardy and Ernest, but those guys, they built a tribe and they came up together, and now they're all successful. So it's like that's kind of how you do it. And then
it's a lot
the
of Texas
tribes,
guys have done the same thing.
some of the tribe, yeah, like
Co and
Parker and Co. Yeah, Parker and Co. Those guys did the same thing there. It's like, I mean, I think that's how it works anywhere you are. Like, I think of Tyler Childers and like those people, and then I think of like Zach Bryan and J.R. Carroll and all those people who were kind of in Zach's circle. Charles Wesley Godwin, they all came up together, kind of, you know. So I think there might be a thing of like you got to find your tribe, and then you come up with your tribe, and then maybe you're competing with the other tribes. But then there's also
Tomorrow,
intermingling
we
of the
ride at
tribes
dawn.
too.
We ride at dawn. They're going down.
But
And,
the other
and
tribes, they all work together too still. But there is, there's always a piece of pie somebody's going after.
look at
Yeah.
that tribe over there, all handsome and stuff.
If there wasn't a competition, we wouldn't be making such great songs. So
Yeah, it does fuel your fire a little bit when you see someone like. I think it's so inspiring when you see other folks in the writing world or wherever world you're trying, you're inspired by or trying to be a part of, and you see other people and you're like, heck yeah, like that's an attainable thing and it's an open door really, and it's like, well, if you ever have that feeling of why am I not there, you just their second thought should be, how do I get there, and instead of why is that person there, is irrelevant, it's like, how do I get there then if that's a place that you can be, if what was a place one can be. And yeah, I think Cole nailed it with just you build your tribe. It really is the theme of the entire music industry. But
And that's from fans
yeah,
to the writers, to the musicians, to whatever. Even if it's different,
I'm happy
even if it's
on
different camps, it's still.
you're in my tribe, Cole. I'm glad
You're
I'm
mine
glad
too.
you're here.
Do we have teepees in this tribe, or like mud huts, or like I gotta know, I gotta be prepared if I ever come to visit or whatever,
None of us are organized enough for that.
We got
so
neon
bring
outposts.
your own.
It's whatever it is, you're on your own. Right? Okay,
Bring your own
fair.
housing to our.
We got watchtowers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I think we should get into some rapid fire questions.
All right.
And then we got
And then we gotta ask them.
the very final question. That's up to you if you continue this tradition or not. We're having our podcast meeting on the podcast. And to Jude in the chat, we didn't color coordinate. Steph started out with a green screen behind her with
Listen, we
like
don't
this big
need to talk
fancy
about it.
thing, and now she's literally has my shirt on the wall behind her. So, but she can hear us this time. So little, like we said earlier, little victories. All right.
That works.
All right. So, you got any rapid fires any kind of quick questions you'd like to ask, Steph, or you want me to do a couple and give you a second, or?
Yeah, why don't you start? I lost my track over here.
Okay. All right.
I'm insecure about my green screen.
Why'd you have to point that out? All right, Cole. Earlier you were talking about making people cry at the gig. When I say sad song, what's the first one that comes to mind?
Elephant by Jason Isbell.
Hell of a song, that's for sure. Certain songs you're like, people live those moments, and that's one of those. Like, I hope that he didn't have to live that moment to write that song.
Yeah. I hope I never have to live that moment.
And Yvette, like that one. I doubt he lived that one, but let's hope nobody has. All right, let's see. What's another one? You're on your Spotify, Wrapped or Apple Wrapped, whatever. Who would be a couple of your top fives that you've been listening to in 2025?
Well, it's funny though. My number one artist was me, but
Well, whatever.
Man wearing his
What I've
own
been
hat right
listening-
now.
what I've
I
been
love me
listening to
some
a
me.
lot is I've been listening to a lot of David Allen Coe. I've been listening to a lot of that Josh Sloan kid that came out. He's kind of like folkier, and Parker McCollum's up there on the list because he just cut a Chris Knight song. So
He
I
did.
respect the love for Kentucky there. And then man, it could be anything at any time though. So I listen to all kinds of music, stuff that you probably would never want to listen to too. So it just those are the three that I really could think of off the top of my head right there.
All right, I'm gonna put one in the chat as you're answering the next one for Steph. Let's see. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Johnny Cash.
Well, you didn't give me time to type it in the chat.
Oh, historical. Did you mean
No,
like
no,
a
no.
music? Did you
No, it
mean
doesn't matter.
music or any historical character?
It doesn't matter.
Any historical person. Okay. I might change my answer. I got to think about it for a second.
That's all right. No, Johnny Cash would be a great one. And I have another question. But
Maybe, but Johnny Cash would be there up there. Let's just stick with that.
yeah,
I'm thinking of like maybe a president or something, but I don't know.
Steph,
Let's
just
just
let
say
me know.
Johnny Cash.
Let me know if you think of something, and I'll roll to the next one.
Oh, I got some.
Okay, okay.
Ryman or OG Opry?
Ramen or OG. Wasn't the
Or
what's the OG?
Ryman or the
Opry?
new Opry? I should.
Oh, ramen, 100%.
Bridgestone or the Arena?
The Titans arena. Oh, I'd rather play in Bridgestone because rain.
Well, the new one's supposed to have a dome, I think.
Well, the new one. Oh, then I'll pick the new one. I'll pick the new Titan Stadium
Okay.
over Bridgestone.
All right. And what was your first concert ever? And then what was the first one that you paid to go see?
First one I ever remember going to. I don't know if I went to one before that, but I probably went to see my dad play before this. But we went to see Lucinda Williams at the Ryman. That was my first
Hell
concert.
yeah.
So that was awesome.
Dang, that's
It
a
was
heavy
about-
hitter.
I know.
Gravel Road album. She played all that. So yeah, that was awesome.
I
And
think
then
that was the
one.
time period that cousin Kenny from Marty Stewart's band. I think that's when he was playing. I think that's when he was in her band.
And it's funny. The first one I ever paid for was Kanye West.
Yeah.
That's the first concert I ever paid for.
Honestly, that's the whole point of that question. So that yeah. But I mean, hell, Lucinda to Kanye is a
That's a crazy jump.
well, you know what? That's the point of the question. So, you got another one, Steph, or I got one of you.
Oh, you got one? Go for it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
And then if you could, I know what the answer of this question should be. But if you could start a podcast tomorrow, because I'm sure that's high on your priority list of things to do. But if you started a podcast tomorrow, a music podcast, who would be your first guest?
Stephanie McGuire.
My boy.
All right, good deal. Steph, you want to ask the last and final question? Do you remember?
Look, I messed this up last time, so now it's
Okay.
redemption time.
I'm
Okay.
nervous.
What is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Oh, okay.
You can pick
Oh
any.
man, this might be
OG
harder than picking a
ones too.
favorite song. Look at me.
In season, out of season, whatever
You
you,
got.
want.
You can't go wrong with the Nutty Buddy. Nutty
No.
Buddy.
In
The
the
wafers
refrigerator or
In the
out of the
refrigerator.
cabinet.
in the refrigerator.
Okay. Definitely
So,
same here in my house. So
Really? Okay, cool. That's awesome. My dad used to keep them in the fridge all the time. So that's why, if I ever get them, that's what I do.
Chris Knight and Nutty Buddies, we all just became me, you and your dad all just became best friends. So
Y'all got to meet. That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's all of our biggest fans. He's all of our internet dads. So
all right.
He'll-
Well,
he'll-
He is.
adopt
He's
you
a
out
big. He's
there.
the promo man. That's what he calls
Yeah.
himself.
he
He's the
does
promo
a great
dad.
job.
He's
Takes a
always
village.
posting about everything I'm doing on Facebook. So if I'm lacking and not posting about it, you can figure it out from him.
Yeah.
yeah, he warned us, about you earlier today. So thanks to him. All right. Well, the main things are if you don't follow Cole on all of his social medias, please make sure you do. We'll have it in the description of the video and all of that, and on all the platforms, the TikTok and the Instagram and all of that, and wherever you stream your music, hit the follow button. It's extremely important to all independent artists. Go to a show. If they have merch, buy some merch. Help the artist get down the road. He's got hats, and they're
hats.
nice.
They're nice hats. I can vouch, actually. Yeah.
All right, Steph, you want to take us out, or
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, Cole. Thanks so great.
Thank you all for having me. It was a good time.
Appreciate it. And everybody tuning in. Can't thank you enough. Thanks for my first initiation here at Texas to Tennessee. So you guys have a good night, and
Have a good night.
we'll take care. Bye, guys.
we'll see you.